Good morning, everybody. It is May 21st. A little sleepy. Was up late last night. I got about 6 hours of sleep. Maybe 7. I think I got enough sleep. My eyes aren't quite awake. Anyway, I had a group of parts come up over a couple, 3 weeks, and I processed them yesterday almost fully, and I need to vent them. Here's my worksheet. Oh yeah, Eleanor. Oh yeah, I remember what the big one was. I remember I was laying in bed anxious. I think I was 3 or 5, yeah, 3, and my dad, would come and get me, gosh darn it, in the middle of the night, and I finally screwed up enough courage to get out of bed and try and go wake up my mom. So I split from anxious part to who I called rebel, my brave part, wanted to go get help, and what I remembered up until yesterday was just that I went to the room, I was shaking her awake, she wouldn't wake up. That's when, in my current mind, realized, oh, she had to have been drugged, because how could a child not wake a parent in the middle of the night? And I thought that was it, and that's where the rebellious part of me came from. But no, yesterday I realized, from back in July, so what is that, 11 months ago, in my journal, there was a part, and because I rewatched it to edit it, to post it, that I had remembered punching someone as a very young child. And I had never recorded that as a part or anything, and so finally I jotted it down last week and processed it yesterday, and lo and behold, as I was going through my charts and graphs, I kept thinking, well, who was I punching? Finally, my part told me. I was punching my sister Mary. I don't know where Angie was. I guess she was with my dad in the basement, because we all shared a room. And so as I'm laying in bed, I'm whispering to Mary, I should go get Mom. We should wake up Mom. Mary's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And so I finally got out of bed. Well, she got out of bed as well. I always thought she just stayed in bed. But she got out of bed, confronted me, tried to stop me at the door, was pulling my arm. Just remembered that right now. And I turned around and punched her. A 3-year-old punching like a 5-year-old. And so I went and tried to wake up Mom, and I'm shaking and shaking. She doesn't wake up, and I came back to my bed defeated, and Mary's saying, see, I told you. But her fear was that somehow Dad would find out. And so that was really interesting, because I don't have a whole lot of memories of Mary as my handler, but that is certainly one of them. And then last night, I think because I processed 10 parts like that, just these tiny little one-liner parts, I punched someone. And most of them or half of them are from almost a year ago. And but last night I had 4 different new one-liner memories come up. One was a Doberman. It was a Doberman that was digging and digging, and all of a sudden it turned around, looked at me, and started walking towards me with aggression. So God only knows what that is. And after that, then all of a sudden, his face was right here, huge surge of adrenaline, and it was like the face of like Tinkerbell with multicolored eyes, irises on her eyes, and she had pointy ears like cat ears, and her makeup was like something you'd see out of like the Hunger Games, with these glittery things, and I was like, holy crapola, what is that? So I got some aggression here. So Mary, it's for being my handler instead of my sister, for betraying me. You and Angie fucking ignoring me and sacrificing me so you don't get anything instead of us all going to Mom together like I tried to do. And you lied, you set me up. You made it look like I was crazy. Bitch! How dare you! And just in this moment, I had this memory before and I recorded it, but the two tied together suddenly. John says this is where the past and the present meet. But I was a certain age, I think maybe 5 or 6, and me, Angie, and Mary had a conversation that we were all going to go and tell Mom what's going on with Grandma and Grandpa, Dad, and the whole thing. And yeah, we're all in agreement. So we go and talk to Mom, Angie and Mary and him hawing around. Finally, I just spit it out and tell her. And they didn't back me up. They said, oh, no. So in this little meeting that we had, they set me up to betray me in front of my mother. And so this abuse continued on for like 6 more years. And they handled me for the rest of my life. I just remembered that. So I was mad at Angie about it, but Mary betrayed me too. All my friends in my life, all of you betrayed me. And Tinkerbell, I don't know who you are or what you're about, but you get fucking smashed too. Fucking devil, demon, deceiver, beguiler. Out of breath now. I was like really super tired. I'd been fully rested, but really super tired processing those parts yesterday. And finally, I got to a stopping point and went and took a bath. And all day long, I was thinking, go hit Ted. But I was, oh no, I want to finish this. I want to finish that. So finally in the tub, my parts are like, you're not listening to us. Go hit Ted. So after the bath, I came out and did a quick little 2-3 minute Ted. And I remember as I was getting dressed after, I was sitting in my bedroom and I grabbed my pillow and screamed into it 3 times. And then I came out and did Ted. But anyway, I wasn't tired after that anymore. So that's another thing I guess y'all should know. When you get to that place where you're super tired or dissociating or whatever, come beat Ted. Beat your thing. Holler into a pillow. It's going to move things along really well. But yeah, I think that my sister, the memory of Mary handling me and of Angie and Mary betraying me with Mom, somehow connected with this Tinkerbell thing. That's was a realization I had just as I was hitting it. And all the women and friends in my life that I thought were friends and weren't. They were all handlers, all betrayals. I guess that's the thread throughout all of it, is the betrayals. My friend just had a memory last night. I was up with her for a while, keeping her company because she was really destabilized and shook and disillusioned that this person in her life that she thought was her ally, come to realize, no, he was her abuser, and it really shook her, and I understand that. And it's the disillusionment and the realization of the betrayal when you realize someone you thought was your ally, no, that's really hard to take. But I was telling her it gets easier, because after you get over that initial memory where you know it absolutely without question, there's no way a part can say, oh no, he's just this way, oh no, that other part that wants you to think they're still loyal, this earth-shattering realization that you've been betrayed, and your whole life you thought they were loyal to you and your friend and loved you. Once that initial disillusionment's gone, that other part sees the truth as well. They may not want to at first, and that's where the back and forth in your head comes from. But anyway, through time, for me, I started remembering more events where that particular person betrayed me, and more events and more events and more events. And as time goes on and you get over the initial shock and disillusionment, other parts that make excuses for them, or tell you that you're not seeing what you're seeing, or it's just too fantastical. All the other parts that are the perp apologists, let's say, they see the truth as well. And then they start shifting along with you. And so it's just a constant evolution in your head. And the next memory you'll have of that person betraying you or abusing you, it's another part of the disillusionment, but it doesn't hurt as much. And then you'll have another one and another one and another one, to the point where it's indisputable. It's you can't have any excuse to talk it away, talk it out of your mind. The parts that were the cult loyal or handler parts, or the Stepford wife or the Stepford child, all of a sudden they see it too, and they become deprogrammed without you even having to do anything. It's that one first initial disillusionment, that shock. It's very hard emotionally. Mentally, you got to really wrap your head around it, because if you had 50 years of thinking this person loved you, and to realize, no, they're a perpetrator, as that sinks in and sinks in and sinks in, the cult loyal parts, the perp apologists, the Pollyannas, the ones that are programmed and trained to make excuses for that, and no, you're just seeing that, you're not seeing what you're seeing, and ignore your intuition, all that starts to dissipate. And for me, I guess it builds my feeling of empowerment, because now I know I'm never going to be betrayed like that again. I'm going to be able to see the signs. I'm not going to ignore my intuition. My programming is not going to take over. It's just a whole cascade of events. But you got to get to those big, harsh, awful memories to get there. So I didn't think I was going to get into all that today, but Mary, Angie, Christine, Sherry, Joe, Dad, Mom, Grandma, Grandpa, all the people in the Army, all of you that betrayed me, Angie and Mary, fucking chicken shits. And here's another big realization too, is with my sisters, and and it's the case with some other perps as well, is they sacrifice you to save their own ass. You're their sacrifice. And to realize that they not only don't love you and aren't loyal to you, but are so, I'm sure fearful is in there, but selfish and stuck in their ego that they're willing to give up another human being for themselves to save their own asses. They're chicken shits. They're just chicken shits. And it's us who are strong because we had to face it, and now we're facing it again. And to know that what you thought back then, they were strong and loyal and powerful and your friend, whatever, and in the realizations that they betrayed you and all that, to realize now they sacrificed me to save their own skins. They're not just perpetrators and egotistical and ignoring their conscience, but they're chicken shits. Well, the very opposite of what you believed. You thought they were strong. No, your adult, your mind, the core personality, the primary responsible CEO, whatever you want to call that, realizes, no, they are chicken shits. And it's us that's strong. So, and that is empowering, you know, because we're amnesic to all that, and we think we're weak and small and stupid and blah, 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 because we've been humiliated, degraded, debased, all that. No, we are the ones that are strong. So y'all keep that in mind as you go through your journey. Love you all. God bless you all. I ask God to send you exactly what you need when you need it, to give for him to work deeply on your heart and mind so that you can see him, hear him, feel him, cling to him, and speak his word, to increase our knowledge, our understanding, our wisdom, and our discernment, to comfort us and give us strength as we go through these memories and have those harsh disillusionments, and that he give you the hope, hope, to know there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to be so much stronger for it, so much stronger, and just powerful, empowered from it. Anyhow, I ask Jesus to surround you, all of you watching me, us, to surround us, our homes, our pets, our property, our electronics, our data, our vehicles, our travels, our destinations and workplaces, with impenetrable shields of his love, with his holy angels standing guard, to send his warrior angels in times of spiritual warfare. I ask him to bind from us, our homes, our pets, our properties, our electronics and our data, our vehicles, our travels, our destinations and workplaces. Bind from all those things and us and our godly loved ones, all the powers, principalities, spiritual wickedness, and dark forces in all places on all planes of existence, to block astral projection to us. And to, Father, just be present with us all day long, every day for the rest of our lives. Love us, give us your strength, and break the illusions that we have so we can see the truth as soon as possible. Love you all. You take care, and I will see you in Jesus' name, amen. I always forget that part, sorry. Love you all, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Round and round, what comes